read this a little bit. I'm just going to read something here. Project Sandman is a coordinated attack planned by the BRICS countries on the United States. The kill shot is going to include a coordinated sell-off of at least $2+ trillion in treasuries, which will collapse the United States debt market, followed by the stock market shortly thereafter. Wow. These events will freeze the U.S. economy and obliterate the value of all fiat U.S. dollar-denominated assets. Most of the trigger conditions for Sandman trigger have already been met. One of them was the petrodollar abdication, basically Saudi Arabia no longer requiring the dollar to buy oil. Another one is basically tensions between the United States and Russia and China, with the outstanding requirement.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Quadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down that rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short and transit lesson of how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video, "The Petrodollar is out of here." All right. And I'm pretty sure all the brothers out there are aware that the Saudis have officially ended. Lord Will's brother see on the screen. It says the U.S. Saudi petrodollar pact ends after 50 years. So they've officially ended the agreement they've had with Babylon for 50 years now. With any country wanting to buy oil, which they pretty much already, ended it, because they've started. Certain countries, certain OPEC nations have already started accepting other currencies for their oil or the resources. So it's pretty much already been over, but now it's pretty much official. All right, with the Saudis pretty much being the head of OPEC, which struck that agreement with Babylon in the 70s. All right. With now them saying that we're not going to renew the deal, all right? So that's the death of the petrodollar, all right? Which is the end, pretty much the death blow for the U.S. dollar. And when you look at it, when in the past, like a couple years ago, now Esau is doing damage control. In the past, like again, a few years ago, 1 or 2 years ago, you would look it up. What does it mean that the petrodollar collapses? It would tell you that pretty much all the dollars, it would lose its world reserve currency status, which is going to lose its world reserve currency status because countries aren't required to have U.S. dollars to buy oil anymore. All right, they can use whatever the new world reserve currency is going to be, or their currencies or whatever. The BRICS have discussed that about using their own currencies and things like that to buy oil and do trade and things like that. But it's going to lose its status of the world reserve currency. Again, in the past, in Google, it would tell you this, and then all the dollars will pour back into Babylon. All right, because nobody's going to use them anymore. All right, no other country is going to use it anymore, and that will create hyperinflation. All right, and that's when you're going to see prices jump through the roof. All right. That was in the past. Now, again, Esau is doing damage control, all right, and saying that, well, yeah, it's not good, but, the dollar will be weaker, all right, and that way, we can, lower interest rates or whatever, all right, if you look it up now, all right. But again, in the past, they would tell you the truth that if this dollar goes, the petrodollar goes, then that pretty much is the beginning sign, all right. That's that's going to be the beginning of hyperinflation. All right. So, ultimately at the end of the day, man, this man is done. Esau Edom is done. All right. The so-called white race. All right. You Edomites, your time is up. All right. Your time is up. Nobody's afraid of you anymore. All right. Matter of fact, let's go there real quick before we get that Daniel, the 2nd chapter. All right, you lost your power. You're losing your grip over the world. These other nations ain't afraid of you anymore. All right, because the petrodollar was only really backed by the threat of your country being invaded if you decided to try to get from up under it. But now, these nations ain't afraid of Babylon, aka America, anymore. All right, because they've either clicked up with other nations like Russia, and things like that, or they built their own military to a status where they can defend themselves against Babylon, which Babylon has become weak as hell. You see the Americans, first of all, then the recruitment numbers for the soldiers are down. And then on top of all that, you got a bunch of women in the military, weak ass women in the military, and on top of all that, you got a bunch of alphabet community boys in the military. Some of them are generals. So it's just a joke. Babylon's just a big laughing stock. Nobody's afraid of this place anymore, and this place is coming down. All right. This is Joel chapter 3, verse. Slakia. Let's start. Okay, yeah, Joel chapter 3, verse 8. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, which are the other nations. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat their, verse 9. Proclaim ye this, Slakia. Verse 10, Slakia. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. And let the weak say I am strong. Right? Let the weak say I am strong. All right, which again, these weaker nations, like Saudi Arabia in the past, they wouldn't dare break their pact. They wouldn't dare do that because they would risk being invaded. All right, by America, by Babylon. But now they've teamed up with the BRICS. All right, and Gog and Magog, which is Russia, is a guard unto all of them, along with Iran and China. All right, the other top two superpowers on the earth, on the planet, so-called superpowers on the planet. And these nations ain't afraid of these motherfuckers anymore. Ain't afraid of America anymore. All right. So it's just time for this place to come down, man. That's what you're seeing. The fact that the petrodollar is gone, is out of here. All right. The U.S. military is weak. It's been weakened. All right. Now they're still, a major Babylon's still a superpower because they have a great number of nuclear warheads, but at the end of the day, they become weak as hell, man. All right? And the Most High is getting ready to bring this place down. And it's long overdue. I hate to say it like that, but it's long overdue. All right? This place is, like the elders always say, this place has been on borrowed time, and now it's getting ready to end. All right? And all you Israelites out there, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians that ain't down with this truth or don't believe in this truth, all right? That speak against this truth. All right, the Most High is going to destroy you, man. All of you are going to get caught up. All of you are going to be left behind, and the Most High is going to burn you alive here in Babylon the Great, which our forefather John described the destruction of America as a lake of fire. All right, the whole body of land of America being burnt. All right, and you 2/3 that disagree with this truth or don't accept this truth. All right, you're going to be left behind and you're going to suffer the second death, all right, for your rebellion. But again, man, it's just time for this place to come down. Like the scripture say, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. And again, it's just time for you to come down, all right? This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 4. I meant Slakia. Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And then the days of these kings shall Yahweh, the power of heaven, set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And what kingdom is that? Is it the kingdom of America? No, this place is about to be destroyed. It's not talking about America. The kingdom that will never be destroyed is the nation of Israel kingdom. All right, which the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians, under our powers, under our God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, all right, of heaven to set up a kingdom which should never be destroyed. And the kingdom should not be left to other people. So that excludes you Edomites and you other nations. But you're going to be in the kingdom, but you're going to be slaves, all right? But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So these other kingdoms, including America, just like these Esau's ancient other, empires, the Greeks and the Romans, which eventually all fell, all right? All had their time, and they came and they went. And now they're no more. The Roman Empire has been going for years. The Greek Empire has been going for years. All right? And now we're in the second part of the Roman Empire, and it's on its way out. All right? And the only kingdom that's going to stand forever, ever, is the nation of Israel's kingdom. All right? But again, like I said, it should break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms. Even Babylon the Great. All right? Not just those four great empires, those four previous empires. All right? Babylon the Great is going to fall. And the Most High, the Lord said his eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. And today, the sinful kingdom is Babylon the Great. All right? So yeah, man, this is it for this place. This place is about to be destroyed. All right? When your time is up, man, your time is up, man. All right? I remember one of the old videos, they're probably still around, circling around on YouTube, with Elder Aria, from the old school, one of them old videos, all right, from the 90s. I remember he said, when your time is up, man, your time is up. I remember that. That's like one of the, one of the most watched old school videos that's out there. I used to watch it like a lot, with Elder Aria speaking. All right, and I remember that he said that when your time is up, your time is up. All right, and your time is about up, Esau. I had one more precept, but I lost my train of thought there. So Jeremiah. Did I think of that? Might be Ezekiel. No, I think it is Jeremiah. Jeremiah 25. I always forget what it's at. I read it a lot, but I always forget where it's at. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 10. Moreover, I would take from them the voice of mirth and voice of gladness, and it's already been taken away. But you ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till hyperinflation hits. You see these people on YouTube complaining and crying now about inflation. Wait until hyperinflation hits. Well, they ain't gonna be on the internet sighing and crying. They're gonna be out here smashing and dashing, getting their heads cracked in. All right, they getting their house spoiled with the sword, which is the modern day sword, is the gun, like the scriptures tell us. All right, that's when all hell breaks loose, when hyperinflation hits. Eventually, it's gonna happen because people ain't gonna be able to afford nothing, and people are gonna turn to theft, to stealing. All right, and killing one another for the lack of bread, like the scriptures tell us. And the voice of gladness, and the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride, and the sound of the millstone, and the light of the candle. All right, and that's when the internet and all that gets clipped, man. That's gonna be beautiful, man. Because there's so much mirth. I mean, the truth is being pushed on the internet as well, but it's just a bunch of mirth on the internet, man. Entertainment. All right, garbage ass entertainment. So the Lord says he's gonna make the mirth to cease, and that includes the internet going. The internet's gonna go too. All right. It's like it. Right, verse 11. And the whole land should be a desolation and an astonishment, and these nations should serve the king of Babylon 70 years. All right, and this was the ancient pagan Babylon, but the same rules apply for the mystery Babylon, new Babylon. All right, ancient Babylon had a set time to go down, and it went down. And so does America. America has a set time to go down, which is Babylon the Great, and it's gonna go down. All right. The word 7, the number 7, Salaki, represents completion. All right, and it should come to pass that when the 70 years are accomplished, that I will punish the king of Babylon and that nation, which is who's the king of Babylon. All right. Now it's Biden, but he has puppet masters, which are the elite banking families of Edom. So all of you are going to be punished. All you Edomites are going to be punished in that nation, which that nation is who? The nation of Edom. All right. Today that nation is the nation of Edom, saith the Lord. For their iniquity in the land of the Chaldeans will I make a perpetual desolation. All right, which the Lord's going to do that to Babylon the Great. All right. So really, that I was speaking about America, because ancient pagan Babylon, which is Iraq and all that, that's still standing. But the Lord says He's going to make this place a perpetual desolation. All right, this new Babylon a perpetual desolation. All right, which is going to be, the land is going to be completely and utterly destroyed. All right. So yeah, man, this is the end of this man's reign of terror, man. This is a major sign to show the end of his reign of terror. All right, this is really how he's kept a grip on the whole world. All right. One of the ways he's kept a grip on the whole world, and he's lost both. The sword, he's lost that, the threat of the sword, and he's lost the petrodollar, which pretty much forced the other nations to use his currency. And if they chose otherwise, they would get invaded, but not anymore. All right, because that's how weak Babylon has become. All right. And this, again, it's just the time for these devils to go down. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you brothers that push your truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm saying shalom.